I'm supposed to be at work, but come on guys, I'm not that irresponsible. If you look over here, see that right there? That's my car. You can see my car from the beach, which means I can see the beach from my work site. Now, I would do more video here at work, but for one, guys upstairs got a radio on, totally fine, but it kind of interferes with the audio. And two is, I actually do need to work. Now recently I got a comment on an old video where I was talking about this lens, which is the Tamron B-Bar 28mm f2.5. It's an older lens that just has manual focus. And they remarked at how I was able to nail my focus every time, even though I was using a shallow depth of field and a manual lens. And I realized that I haven't actually made a video talking about how I do manual focus on the M50, but I think it would be really valuable for you to know how I do manual focus, because the 120p footage on the M50 and on a lot of Canon's cameras doesn't have autofocus. So it's important to learn how to manual focus properly, or else you're not going to be able to get good 120 on this camera. Now there are two focus assists that we have on the M50. One is the focus peaking, and that one, it works pretty well. But if you'll see, you kind of get more than you want to in focus, and it's difficult, like with this shot. In order to get my eyes in focus, you have to be very careful, because I have such a shallow depth of field right now that if I were to focus on my outlines, say my ears or my nose, something that has fine visible lines, I would have a little bit of a problem, because my eyes would be slightly out of focus, and the eye is what you want in focus all the time. And the way that I figured out how to nail your focus, especially on the eyes, every time using manual focus, is using the zoom to focus feature. Now this you cannot use while you're recording. That's one downfall. That's the one big advantage of focus peaking. But normally when I'm doing a shot like this with just a lockdown tripod shot, or when I'm in my studio, using the little magnifying glass on your screen allows you to really dial in that focus. Now there's two ways to do this. One is either to hit, like I said, hit the magnifying glass on the screen until you zoom in to 5 or 10 times. But the other way is there's actually the focus button on the back of the M50. When you're in any focus mode besides face detect autofocus, it actually turns into that zoom in feature. Well, what it actually does is it brings you into a focus menu where you can move your single point or your zone autofocus box around, or when you're in manual focus, it just allows you to zoom in. And then you use the dial on the top of your camera in order to zoom in. And it's just really quick. That's the way that I normally do it, because it's just press the button, spin the dial, get your focus, press record. And basically without having to adjust your grip, you've gotten focus. And that's it. It's really a simple tip, but one that has become so invaluable to me, and I think to every M50 shooter. If you found this video helpful, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you all in the next video. By the way, check out this little light that I got. It's kind of like, oh, nice flare. But I was actually using this up on top of the camera in order to, it's getting dark out here, and my eyebrows were shading my eyes, and that worked great. It's dimmable, so I was able to dial in my intensity. I'm gonna do a video on this, because so far I am really loving this light.